why does encouragement matter? I mean, it's easy to think that, well, encouragement, it's just that thing. It just keeps you going. It helps you get up and keep right on moving. But what about when life just kind of is constant? You know how, like, in the news, there's always bad news. I mean, thank God for, like, John Krasinski. I think I said his name right, with some good news. But how do we stay encouraged in the face of, like, nonstop bad news? That's hard. It's easy to think that encouragement is something that is always very bright and always very cheerful and always looks on the bright side, like that Walt Disney version of Pollyanna, you know? Like the movie where I'm always going to think about the good things. And then I'll push all of my negative feelings down past my knees and I won't ever have to think about them. But what if encouragement is messy and frustrating and sometimes even dark and shadowy? What if sometimes the most encouraging thing possible to hear is, yeah, that really sucks. That's terrible. Or, yeah, it makes a lot of sense that you feel mad. Yeah, that makes sense because, and to have that validation that sometimes things are just crappy. They just are. And you know what? Sun's going to rise tomorrow, and I don't have any idea what the day's going to be like. And that can actually be kind of frustrating. So, yep, you're right. That makes sense. What if that is also encouragement? Well, it kind of changes the little bit of frame of encouragement always being cheerful or always looking on the bright side, or the sun will come out tomorrow, but occasionally it's behind some clouds. So I encourage you. I encourage you not just to acknowledge that this chapter where you happen to be right now will not always be the chapter that you're in, or the weather that you happen to be in right now will not always be that kind of weather. But I encourage you to be bold and acknowledge that sometimes when it rains, there's a hell of a lot of mud all around. And sometimes that mud gets slung. Sometimes we can't sprinkle sugar on something and call it sweet. And that can be really encouraging sometimes. I'm Catherine Gabriel-Jones. I'm an encouragement coach. And oh, the nuances of encouragement. I do believe in you, and I find that encouraging.